Niagara Radio Players presents Suspense, 0 Hour by Ray Bradbury, adapted by Anthony Ellis, originally broadcast April 5th, 1955. And now tonight's presentation of radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Boy, this is fun.
What a game. Such excitement, and they hadn't known in years. Mink talked earnestly to someone near the rose bush, though no one was there. Then the two little girls shouting, laughing at each other. Such fun, such tremulous joy. Mink ran into the house, all dirt and sweat. For her few years, she was loud and strong and definite. Her mother, Mrs. Morris, peeling vegetables at the sink, watched with amusement as her daughter threw into the sack of old pots and tools and things which are relegated to child's play.
Oh, goodness. Mink, what's going on?
Oh, the most exciting game ever, just ever. Oh, it's all right. All right, I take these, Ma.
Just don't dent them. It's all right.
Oh, thanks, Ma. Don't worry, I won't. Bye.
All right, dear. What's the name of the game, dear?
Oh, it's Invasion.
Invasion?
Invasion. And in the garden, now serious concentration. Mink is with an assortment of pots, pans, and wrenches, forks and spoons, and her friend Anna, a little younger, tongue in teeth, taking notes on a pad.
This, and this, and what's it say next?
Wait a minute, Mink.
Well, hurry up.
4, 9, 7, A, and B, and X.
Okay, 4, 9, 7, A and B and X?
A fork and a string and a hex, gone owl.
Fork and a string and a hex, gone up. Okay, what'll we do next, Mr. Drill?
And then Mink talking to the rose bush again, and to her own satisfaction at least, receiving some kind of answer which she relayed to Anna.
Triangle? How do you spell it?
Oh, any old way. It doesn't matter. Okay, now write beam.
I haven't got triangle yet.
Well, hurry up. 0 hours by 5 o'clock. We haven't got all day.
Then time out from Invasion for lunch. Mink bolted down the soup and coincidentally crammed a sandwich into her mouth.
Now, you slow down, Mink. Whatever's waiting will wait a few minutes longer.
Oh, I can't. Drill's waiting for me.
Drill? What a peculiar name. Is he the new boy in the neighborhood, dear?
Well, he's new, all right.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen him. Which one is Drill?
Oh, he's just around. You make fun anyway. Everybody makes fun. All the kids do.
Well, I don't think that's very nice. Is Drill shy?
Well, yeah, in a way. Well, I don't know. I gotta go now, Mom, if I'm gonna have the invasion.
You finish your milk, Missy. And who's invading what?
Martians invading Earth from up there.
Oh, I see. Is Drill a Martian?
Well, I think so. He's had a very hard time getting here.
Well, I should imagine.
And they couldn't figure out a way to attack Earth. So, how to get in or something like that. And Drill says they have to do it all by surprise. And even get help from your enemy.
Oh, a fifth column, huh?
Uh-huh. And all this time, they hadn't even been able to figure out how to attack. Until one day, they thought of children.
Wow, that was very brave of them.
Uh-huh. And they thought of how grown-ups are so busy. And they never look under rose bushes or lawns or nothing.
Oh, so is that where Drill is now? Is he under the rose bush?
Uh-huh. With all his friends, too. And there's something about kids under 11 with imagination. It's real funny to hear Drill talk.
Oh, it must be. Now, you better run along if you want to have your invasion before dark. Oh, and a bath tonight, miss. School tomorrow, you know.
Oh, Drill says I won't have to take any more baths.
Oh, he does he?
Uh-huh. And we can stay up until 10 o'clock.
Well, your friend Mr. Drill had better mind his P's and Q's, or I'm going to call up his mother, and she's going to tell him that.
Oh, well, that's just it. Drill says you're dangerous because you don't believe in Martians. Just like you think Drill's a kid. Uh-huh. Well, he's not. And they're going to let us run the world when they get in. And all us kids, and I might even be coin.
Well, that's nice, dear.
Mm-hmm.
Run along.
Mom,
What is it, dear?
Mom, when the invasion comes, we'll have to get rid of you and Daddy. But I'll make sure it won't hurt very much.
What? Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot. Hello?
Hi, Mary. How are things in New York?
Helen! How nice. Are you in town?
Oh, no, I'm in Danbury. I was just thinking of you and thought I'd call.
It's long distance. You shouldn't.
Oh, I can afford 3 minutes. How's Henry?
Oh, he's fine. Bill?
Oh, just fine. What about Mink?
Oh, she's wonderful. Noisier than ever. She's got a new game now. I guess it's taking the place of hopscotch. Invasion.
Is she playing that too?
Yes. What, are yours?
Same thing. Some kind of geometric jacks, I suppose. Isn't it a scream? You know, all the kids their age are playing it up here. Timmy's got a crush on some guy named Drill. I think that's what it is.
Oh. It must be some kind of new password. Mink likes Drill too.
Oh, I didn't know it had gotten to New York. Word of mouth, I suppose. You know kids. Funniest thing, I got a letter from my sister in Boston, and she says her kids are playing it too. It's just sweeping the country.
Wow. I wonder where they learned it.
Now, don't ask me. All I know is what Timmy tells me at lunch. 0 hour is at 5 o'clock.
When?
Today. That's when the invasion's going to be. Oh, these kids and their imaginations, I'll tell you.
And they talked a little more. Schoolgirl friends, casual women talk. But Mrs. Morris was thoughtful. She was thinking of other things, of adults, of children with imagination, rose bushes, dimensions. She thought about how much she'd forgotten about being a child. She wondered about Mink and all the kids who were at that moment playing Invasion.
Oh, Helen, I'm so glad you called.
Oh, give my love to Henry and a kiss for Mink.
I will. And to Bill and the kids, too.
Thanks. Bye.
Oh, goodbye.
An hour drowsed by. It was 3 o'clock. There was an occasional hum inside the coolness of the house as a car passed outside. The street was lined with good, green, peaceful trees. And all across the city in gardens, in other places, children under 11 were excitedly playing a game, talking to rose bushes and grass lawns, trees, shrubs. Even children in apartment houses, in high-rises, high in the air, conferring with potted plants, cactus, ivy. Mrs. Morris finished her housework and went to the kitchen.
Hello, dear.
Hi, Mom. Can I have a glass of water?
Of course. I'll get it.
Pi r squared 0.7 a over 56 to the 7th degree xt7.
What? What, dear?
Oh, nothing, Mom.
Here you are.
Oh, thanks.
So how are things going?
Uh-huh.
The invasion.
Oh! Yeah, that. Well, it's almost finished. When everything's right, Jill says we should be ready on time.
5 o'clock?
Yeah, how'd you know?
Helen called. From Danbury. She said that Timmy's playing too.
Hey, that's King.
I guess all the kids are playing, aren't they?
Well, not all of them. Not guys like Jimmy Wood and Bob Wilson. They're growing up and they make fun of us. They're worse than parents. They just won't believe in drill. They're all so smart just 'cause they're growing up. You'd think they'd know better. They were little only a couple years ago. We'll get rid of them first. Drill says it's okay to kill them first.
Now, Mink, I don't like that kind of talk. Do you hear me? I don't like it at all.
Oh, Mom.
Now, I mean it. You keep on that way and there'll be no more playing. You'll just have to tell Anna to go home and you'll stay inside until bedtime.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I should think so.
Well, thanks for the water, Mom.
Mink,
Yes, Mom?
what do those numbers mean?
What numbers?
Those numbers you were saying to yourself before.
Oh, that. They're just the things we have to do to get Drill and his friends out, that's all.
Look, dear. Why don't you and Anna, why don't you go to the drugstore and get some ice cream? You won't even have to use your allowance. I'll pay for it.
Sorry, Mom. We haven't got time. Thanks, though.
What? I'd never believe I'd hear you say that.
Well, I gotta go now, Mom. Bye.
Wait a minute, Mink. I want you to tell me the truth. What is this invasion silliness?
It isn't silly. It's just a game, that's all. Mom, it's just a game. We're playing Invasion. Excuse me, I gotta get back now. I'll see you later.
It was a game called Invasion. Mrs. Morris, little girl Mink, was playing it. So was Mink's friend, Anna, and all the other children under 11. It was called Invasion, and 0 hour would be 5 o'clock. Mrs. Morris was disturbed. She wasn't sure why, but there was something about parents shutting ears and eyes to what was happening. And because she was disturbed, she did something that she usually didn't do. She called her husband at the office.
Hello, dear.
Hello, Henry. I'm sorry to bother you. Miss Maxon said you weren't busy.
No, not too. I should be able to get home early today. Everything all right?
Yes,
You all right?
I'm fine.
Mink?
Oh, she's... Henry?
What?
It's nothing. I just wanted to talk to you for a minute. That's all.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, are you sure you're all right?
Yeah, I guess, yes.
Mink's been getting on your nerves?
Not really.
Well, you just tell her to behave, or when I get home, she and I are going to have a talk. As a matter of fact, she's been a little fresh lately, and I don't think it's good.
Well, she's playing outside now. She's fine.
Honey, is something wrong?
No, I told you, I was thinking about you, and I just wanted to talk. That's all. There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
No, not a thing.
You go back to work, dear. I'll see you soon.
All right.
What time do you think you'll be home?
Oh, about 5. Maybe a little earlier.
5? Oh.
Hey, what? Come on, what?
Well, I was just thinking, nothing really, just making you and me. Oh, goodbye, dear.
You are okay, aren't you?
Yes, I'm fine. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Another hour passed, and it was 4:30. The day began to wane, the sun lowered in the peaceful blue sky. Shadows lengthened on the green lawn. Outside it was quiet. The two little girls more intent than ever upon their endless movement of design and pattern with the implements before them. Mrs. Morris watched from the window, and she never known Mink to have such powers of concentration. She had turned on the radio and sat drinking a cup of coffee and turned her thoughts over.
Children. Love and hate side by side. Sometimes they love you, hate you, all in half a second. Strange children. Do they ever forget or forgive the whippings and the harsh, strict words of command? I wonder, how can you forget or forgive those over and above you? Those tall, silly dictators, those parents.
Mom,
Yes, dear?
have we got a piece of lead pipe in our hammer?
What? I don't know. There might be in the garage. What in the world do you need them for?
Well, we just need them, that's all.
Well, if you tell me what they're for, dear, maybe I can help you.
I can get them. Thanks, Mom.
Is something wrong?
Jill's stuck halfway. If we can get him all the way through, it'd be a whole lot easier. Then all the others can come through after him.
Can I help?
Thanks, Mom. I can fix it.
You better get through, Mink. I want you to take your bath before your father comes home.
All right.
He's coming home early. And Mink? Mink!
Mink had disappeared behind the shrubs, and Mrs. Morris knew it was ridiculous to make an issue of it. Besides, what was the issue? Invasion? Drill? 0 hour? Unaccountably, a cool breeze came up, and although normally for that time of year it would have been a relief, Mrs. Morris felt a chill. She closed the window. Time passed. A curious, waiting silence came upon the street, deepening. Then from the living room, Mrs. Morris heard 5 o'clock, 0 hour. It had come, and now it had gone. But was the clock right? Mrs. Morris, knowing how foolish it was, knowing it, went to the phone and dialed.
When you hear the tone, the time will be exactly 4:54 and 20 seconds.
4:54 and 20 seconds. And Mrs. Morris knew it wasn't as silly as she thought, because it wasn't 5 o'clock yet. Not 0 hour yet. Then the car drove up into the driveway.
Hi, Mink. How's it going? Hi, Anna.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Mr. Morris.
Fine.
You got a kiss for your old man?
Haven't got time now, Daddy.
Well, that's a nice thing. What are you doing?
Playing Invasion.
Oh, swell. Your mother in the house?
Uh-huh.
Well, okay, be good.
I will. 0 hour in a few minutes, Daddy.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll be ready.
Mrs. Morris heard him chuckle, then his steps up the walk to the front door.
Mary?
I'm in the living room, dear.
Oh, hi. Our daughter didn't have time for a kiss. How about you?
Oh. Hard day?
Well, not particularly.
Would you like a cocktail?
You read my mind.
Martini?
Perfect. Anything exciting happened today?
Oh, no. Helen called from Danbury. I told her she was crazy, but she just felt like calling.
Like you calling me this afternoon? Crazy, huh? Hey, what was that all about?
Oh, well, I told you. I just wanted to.
Well, hey, incidentally, what's this new game the kids are playing? Invasion. That's a nice, depressing thought. Is she all right? Come to think of it, she looked kind of funny.
She's all right. What's the time, Henry?
A couple of minutes after 5. Why?
No. Don't look at the clock. It's wrong. Your watch. What time's it on your watch?
Oh, well, I've got 2 minutes, too. I'm probably slow. You got something on the stove?
No, I just wondered.
Honey, hey, look at me. What's the matter?
Nothing. Really?
No.
Really?
Mink's been up to something.
Of course not.
Well, then what?
I guess I'm just a little tired. I'm upset. It's all.
Would you like to go out for dinner?
What? Oh, no. I have a steak here.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll barbecue. How will that be?
It's fine. What was that?
What?
I thought I heard something.
Well, I didn't.
I must have been imagining it. But
Hey, you are jumpy. Why don't you have a drink? It'll do you good.
I don't want one. What's the time?
Mary, what is this? Now, I mean it. Something's wrong and I want to know.
It's silly. It's silly. I'm just on edge. That's all.
Mary.
I am. I'm just on edge.
I don't like this. That kid's done something, hasn't she? I'm going to get her in here.
No, Henry, please don't. Don't. She hasn't. It's nothing. It's nothing at all. I just...
What's that?
I don't know.
Those kids haven't got anything dangerous out there, have they? I noticed a lot of junk lying around.
I thought it was a game. She wouldn't have done it herself. They made her do it, Henry. They just
What
did.
the devil?
Oh, maybe you better go out there. Tell her to stop playing it right now. It's after 5. You tell Mink to put off that invasion. You put it off until tomorrow.
It's coming from outside. What are they up to? I better go take a look. Mink! Good Lord! Bombs! They're bombing!
No! Henry's upstairs. I know because it's in the attic. It's where it is. It's in the attic, Henry.
Mary, it is not up there.
It is. It's in the attic.
He ran after her, confused, not a little frightened. She seemed to be knowing something.
It's in the attic, Henry. Follow me. It's in the attic.
Her mind worked that quickly. Any excuse to get him away from the outside, to get him upstairs to the attic in time. And outside, there were more explosions, and they could hear the children screaming with delight.
It is not in the attic. It's outside. Mink's out there. What's the matter with you?
No. I said I'll show you, Henry. Just get inside. Come with me quick. It's here. Oh, come with me. We're safe.
Are you crazy? Why'd you throw that key away?
Maybe we can sneak out later. We can escape. Maybe we can escape.
For heaven's sake, the kid's out there. Do you want her to get killed?
No, we don't know. You don't know. We've got to stay here. We've got to. It's terrible, but we've got to. We've got to stay here. You've got to stay here with me, Henry.
At this point, I don't know how the devil I can get out. Where's that light?
Shh. Be quiet. Please, Henry. They're going to hear us. They're going to find us, Henry. They're going to find us.
Well, who's going to answer the telephone? There's that noise again. It's in this house. Mary, what is this? Mary, what's happening? You know. Now answer me. Stop it, Mary. Stop it. Somebody's downstairs. Who's down there?
No.
Who?
Shh, please, Henry. Be quiet, Henry. Look away, Henry, please.
Between his wife's terror and the electric humming from below, Mrs. Morris felt great fear. They trembled together in silence in the attic, Mr. and Mrs. Morris, parents of the little girl, and then they heard footsteps coming up the stairs, and a voice.
Mommy, Daddy, where are you?
And a queer, cold light became visible under the crack of the door. This strange odor, that the alien sound of eagerness in Mink's voice was almost more than they could bear, each wanting to scream.
Mommy, Daddy.
And another sound. And the attic lock melted. Mink, with her bright little eyes and tousled hair, peered inside, and behind her, tall, wavering blue shadows, frightful shadows,
Peekaboo!